Shraddha, we are on live. We can start.
Good evening, everyone. A warm welcome to all the parents, students, and educational leaders joining us for this insightful webinar Simplifying Science Mastering Concepts for Boards. We are thrilled to have all of you here today as we delve into effective strategies for mastering science concepts, essential not only for excelling in board exams but also for fostering a deep understanding of the subject. We are honored to have two brilliant educators as our speakers for today's session, Mr. Vikram and Ms. Kranti. Let's give them a warm welcome. Allow me to introduce our esteemed speakers. Mr. Vikram is an accomplished educator with over 11 years of teaching experience. He holds an MSc in Physics, B.Ed, and MCA, and has been a mentor for prestigious Inspire Awards, nurturing young scientific talent across the country. Ms. Kranti brings a wealth of academic and research expertise, currently serving as a biology teacher. She has been an assistant professor in the Department of Science and Humanities, a PhD scholar in environmental science at Manas Sarovar University. She is also university rank holder in biotechnology and holds a PG diploma in bioinformatics and a B.Ed degree. Let's dive straight into the session. We'll begin with Miss Kranti, who will guide us through mastering life sciences. Over to you, Kranti ma'am. Kranti ma'am, can you hear us? Ma'am? It seems that Kranti ma'am is facing a technical glitch. I request Vikram sir to start.
Yeah, thank you, Shraddha. Yeah, are you able to hear all of you? Shraddha, you are able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. Good evening to one and all. Shraddha, can you give the screen sharing panel list? Can you make me? I'm not
Sure,
getting access. Please, can you give the permission?
sure, sir.
It's done, done, done.
Done. Okay. Right. Good evening to one and all. Uh, Today we'll discuss about the regarding the concepts of science, especially I deal with physical science and chemistry part. So my name is Vikram, and I have completed my MSc Physics and B.Ed and MCA also. Good evening to one and all once again. So most of the people they feel that science is little difficult than other subject. Actually, if you work hard, if you make your plannings well, so it will become a very easy. So instead of wasting the time, so directly I jump into the topics. So these are the chapters we are going to find in the science subject, as you know. So I am displaying the according to chapter wise mark weightage. You can see the marks weightage of each and every chapter. The most important chapter is light chapter. You can see the marks weightage there. Okay, so it carries sometimes this marks range will change 1 mark here and there, but no worries. It is not exactly. So range starts from light chapter 10 to 11 marks you will get in the board exam. And next important chapter after that we can see the in chemistry part, metals and non-metals. Then next you see life process, the biology part. Anyway, Kranti ma'am will take care of it. So I deal with only physics and chemistry. You can see life chapter contains 10 to 11 marks, and metals and non-metals 10 marks you're going to get. Next more weighted chapter is you can see the chapter of carbonates compound, chemical reactions and equations, okay, and electricity chapter. So these are the important chapters. You can go through it. And next, the blueprint of it. So blueprint of science exam, you can see it carries 5 sections: section A, section B, section C, section D, and section E. So in section A, you will find the question types as like MCQs and assertion and reasoning questions also it is available. Along with the 20 questions, number of questions will be 20. And each carry 1 mark. So total carries 20 marks. So in section A, you will find 20 marks. So this is a 20 marks thing. And next, short answer type, especially very short answer questions. Okay. So number of questions you'll get 6, each carry 2 marks, and 6 into 2, 12 marks. And short answers type, each carry 3 marks. So you'll get number of questions as 7. So 7 into 3, 21 marks you'll get from this. So long answer, you will get 3 questions, each carry 5 marks. So 3 into 5, you get 15 marks. Okay, and the last E section. So E section contains source-based question or case-based question. So from physics, you get 1, and from chemistry, you get 1, and bio also you get 1. And here also long answer, from physics, you get 1, and from chemistry, you get 1, and bio also get 1. Okay, so total number of long answers is 3, and the case based question also 3. So it is divided equally, physics, chemistry, and biology. Okay, and each question in the long answer you will find internal choice. So either physics questions you can write, okay, you get internal choice. Chemistry question also will get internal choice here, and in biology also get internal choice here. So it is easy to score from each and every subject like physics, chemistry, and biology because internal choice is there. Okay. So first I'll discuss about type of questions, then I'll come back to the which chapter have more weightage. Okay, like if we talk about long answer, what are the chance of getting long answer from which chapter? Okay. So now case-based questions, you find 3 same like long question of physics, chemistry, and bio. So total case-based question, each case-based question carry 4 marks. Okay, and this 4 marks, for example, if I talk about physics, you will find a case-based question 4 questions, like first question, second question, and the third question carry 2 marks. This third question will be 2 marks on. For this we have internal choice also. Okay, you find internal choice of the fourth question. Either you can write this one, okay, or this one. Some people already they know about it, but even though I'm explaining detailedly how the questions they'll give in the examination. Okay, so total if you count all these marks now, so you get 80 marks is the maximum marks of the paper. Okay, so this is the exam pattern. So how many sections is going to divide, and each section what it contains, and a long answer and source based question, 3 questions you'll get, and at 3 questions also you have internal choice. Okay, sure. So next, this is the blueprint of the last previous 10 years paper. Okay. So this is the last previous 10 years according to CBSE. I have made my analysis. So from which chapter the most repeated questions you're getting. So you can see the light chapter, you get one from past 10 years, you're getting 132 questions. So this is very, very important chapter. So from 10 years, if I count every year, so number of questions from 10 years, we got 132 questions. So in that 132 questions, 5 marks question 35 times they get 5 marks questions, and 41 questions are from the 3 marks, and 23 questions from the 2 marks you'll get, and 1 mark you can see 4 questions. Okay. And here assertion and reason questions is given 2 questions, and MCQs you will find 27 questions. So this light chapter is very, very important chapter, and the weightage of this chapter is from 10 to 11 marks you will get from this. So it is very, very important chapter. So this chapter we should not leave, because to get the score, or to at least get pass marks for those who want to get pass marks. Okay. Next, you can see this next weightage total question number of questions. You can find here 75 questions. So what is this chapter? Electricity chapter. So my preference is first for light chapter because it contains more questions. Okay. And the next preference is electricity chapter. So it carries since from 75 years it is giving 75 questions. So you can see here 26 questions of 5 marks they give, and 3 marks 28, and 2 marks is 4 questions, and 1 mark 4, and assertion and reason 2 questions. Okay. And MCQs you get 11 questions since from 10 years. Okay. So this is also very important after light chapter. If I'm the student, so I refer electricity chapter for preparation. Okay. So this is very, very important chapter, electricity, especially numericals and everything will be there. So we'll discuss next slides, okay, regarding briefly of each chapter. So next questions, more questions you will find in the magnetic effect of electric current. Okay. So magnetic effect of electric current, you will find 13 long questions, and since from 10 years, and 16 3 marks questions, 11 2 mark question 11 times, and here also 7 1 mark question, and here assertion and reason questions 2, and MCQs are 5. Okay. So my preference, third preference will be magnetic effect of electric current. If I prepare for examination, I prefer magnetic effect of, this is my third preference. And next, the last but is very important chapter, that is human and colorful, is easy chapter, but you have to focus more on it. Okay. Chalo. So it since from 10 years we got 52 questions from this, 16 5 marks questions. Okay. So 5 marks questions 16 times they give, and 22 questions of 3 marks, and 8 2 marks, and 1 mark is 1 time, and there is no assertion and reasoning questions is given up to now. Okay. In the board exam. And human eye and colorful world, MCQs 5 questions they have given since from 5 years. Okay. So this is the previous 10 years paper analysis, which will be very, very useful to understand that from which chapter the CBSE board is covering all these things. Okay. So this is about physics. So my preference is for first for light chapter, then go for electricity chapter. Then next, I prefer for magnetic effect of current, and the last, and which is very easy chapter, human and colorful world. Okay. So regarding each and every chapter, I will discuss in the next slide. So what topics to be covered in that, okay, to get good marks.
Siddha, take code.
Thank you so much, Vikram sir, for your enlightening session. It's fascinating to see how complex physics and chemistry concepts can be approachable with the right guidance. Now, let's begin with Kranti ma'am, who will guide us through mastering life sciences. Over to you, Kranti ma'am.
Thank you, Shraddha. Pooja ma'am, can you share the screen? I'm not able to share and I'm not able to enable my video.
Vikram sir, can you start sharing?
Pooja ma'am?
Yes, ma'am is sharing. I request Vikram sir to stop sharing screen.
Pooja ma'am? Shraddha?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am has shared the screen.
Okay. But it's not visible, ma'am.
Ma'am, once I think it's best if you rejoin.
Let me share. Try once again.
Ma'am, can you please begin?
Pooja ma'am, I'm not able to see, ma'am. Where? Actually, I'm not getting access to share it. No, ma'am. Shraddha, is it visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Hello, everyone. My regrets, I'm not able to join in proper time. Actually, it's my pleasure. In fact, I'm highly privileged to connect with you all today, and I'm happy to see Shraddha taking the initiative to host this webinar. Without any late, let's dive into this topic. Today, our topic is simplifying science, mastering science concept for board exam. First of all, I want to talk with you about four golden P's: planning, preparation, presentation, and precaution. See, whatever it may be, whether you may be the student, or you may be entrepreneur, or you may be the professional, whomever you may be, the planning plays a vital role. And if you plan, what are the key benefits of planning? Maybe in preparation or maybe in presentation. First of all, it clarifies your goal. Means you will have the clear roadmap. you will have the destiny, and you have that roadmap, that what you want to learn, what is your short term goal for today, or for this hour. That clarity when you have, then obviously your productivity will increases. Not only the quantity, even the quality of your work also increases. When your productivity increases, your dopamine means your brain will give you the rewarding system, right? So your dopamine will get released, and you will get relieved from your stress. When your stress is getting relieved, what happens? You can take a better decisions. So whoever it may be, the planning plays a key role here. Then coming to the next one, nowadays hardly I am seeing the students, mostly my students, writing the running notes. When I speak to students, I got the answer like that. Why, ma'am? What is the use of writing running notes? We have printed material, we have the textbook. Why to waste more and more energy? Not needed. We will listen passively like that. See, running notes, it's a crucial for you for effective learning and the retention. In our generation, if you see, most of the time, we used to stay focused and attentive in the class. And what makes us means avoid distractions and focus what the teacher teaches, or if anyone is giving a session, we have lot of attention, observation, and seeking. Our retention capacity also increased. So we make sure ourselves we have zero distractions. How we made ourselves like that means we used to write running notes. But today hardly I am seeing children are writing running notes. So the first thing what happens means, when you write running notes during the session or teaching, it keeps you engaged and improves your focus. So that you people, instead of sitting passively, you can learn active. Then instead of listening passively, if you write with your own hands, it helps to retain the information better than simply passive listening. Then the next one, what notes you can capture? You can capture in the way you understand the best, right? So it makes you easier to review later. And not only that one, you can use these running notes as an immediate source, as a quick reference just before the exams, or just before the discussions, or just before the seminars, whatever it may be. If you are having running notes with you, it acts as an immediate resource. And obviously it saves your time. Why? Because you will be having that concised, organized, customized your own notes. So I want each and everyone to focus on the means while teaching, means when teaching is going on, I want you to focus more. How you can achieve it is means you can write the running notes. Then next one, exam preparation priority order. Now for 10th grade, most of the means we are not taking any teaching classes. Teaching part has been completed and you are doing revision. Then how you will prepare? What is the priority order? First one, focus on high weightage chapters. I think Vikram sir has shared you the weightage of chapters. Out of 80, biology is for 30 marks. And we have 5 chapters in biology. First one is our life processes and control and coordination. How do organisms reproduce? Heredity and environment. First 4 chapters come under world of living. The weightage for this theme is 25 marks, and last chapter, our environment, the weightage is 5 marks. So when you start your preparation, start with high weightage chapter. That is nothing but our life process. In that life process, when you are starting your revision, don't take any choice. Out of 4 process, I will learn only 3 or 2. What if examiner or the test paper setter gives from other process? So you have to learn entire chapter without leaving a single line from your NCERT. You must be able to answer. If you think that I can learn 4 chapters out of 5, 4 chapters you learn to fullest. Don't take any choice. Next one, after that, next highly weighted chapter is heredity. How do organisms reproduce? So, how do organisms reproduce? You have many diagrams and you are familiar with that chapter. So, revise it well. Simply learning it is not enough. Always revision plays a key role. Why I am saying this means when you wrote PT2, this thing happened. Long back, we discussed, and you people failed to revise properly. And even though you know the content well, you didn't perform better or well in exam. So, revise it well. Don't neglect that you know this chapter very well, so no need to revise and you can do it later. No, easiest ones you go first. Easy concepts first you take, and later the tough concepts at the last. After, how do organisms reproduce? You can go with control and coordination and heredity. At the last, you can take our environment. Then coming to the diagrams. Biology means mostly we will have diagrammatic questions and the diagrams plays a major role here. So when you will practice these diagrams? See, practicing diagram at fresh hours will not give you much productivity. Fresh hours, you should not go with diagrams. Go with theory part. When you feel that, see, I'm tired, I'm not able to focus much or concentrate, I need a break. If you think like that, at that time, you go with diagrams. At that time, when you draw the diagrams, what happens means, obviously, when you draw, you will get that pleasure. When you color, you will get that pleasure. So it acts as a stress buster. So when you feel tired, you go with diagrams. Maybe whatever the subject you are revising, when you get tired, go with diagrams. Next one, solving PYQs. Solving PYQs, why we are stressing this nowadays very much means at the end, each and every student should solve these sample question papers. Not only you, when we are studying also, we used to solve previous year question papers. We used to have all in one. Why? Because you people know the concept very well. But you are not able to pick the exact specific particular point for the question asked in your exam. You know, for example, you know circulatory system very well. If they ask you why ventricles, left ventricle wall is thicker than right ventricle, or why walls of ventricles are thicker than auricles, at that time you have to pick the point. See, auricles are just collecting chambers and these has to pump the blood with pressure. So to withstand that we have. So you people know that very well, but while writing answers in the examination, you are writing something related to circulatory system, but not exact point. So when you solve this PYQs, what happens means you will get familiarized with the way of answering and the way how they are asking the questions. So if you do repeatedly, what happens? Automatically, you will know for such type of questions what are the points we need to pick and answer. So in that way, it will be helpful for you. And next one, directing your own customized way of answers. See, each child is unique. You will have your own strengths. So you have to show that in your paper. The evaluator don't know who Kranti is until unless I show my strength in my paper. So we have to grab the attention of the evaluator, and he should or she should think that you are a good student, you know the content well. How you will give that kind of impression by your presentation. So especially we can show our own talent here in long answers. Why? Because 2 mark answers directly they'll give it, hardly it will be 1 or 2 lines. 3 mark also nowadays they are asking sub questions. Coming to the long answers, if they ask long answers means explain the structure, mechanism, like that, all these things, how you will answer. Seema, you did you see this? Observe this film directors before starting their day one shoot of the film. Before that only, they will plan all their schedules. They will bind a book. In fact, in that each day where they should shoot, what are the dialogues, between whom those dialogues goes, what is the spot, what are the angles, all these things he will visualize, he will plan. If he didn't do, then what happens? It's a waste of time. If he comes to location and if he plans, what happens? Waste of time, money, everything. So like that, what you have to do, you have to direct your own customized way of answer. You should visualize when you are reading the concept. You should visualize what is that. If they asked this question for 5 months, how I should write, how I should start, what is the opening statement, where to draw the diagram, where to explain, where to write the flow chart, and what should I write for the closing statement. So visualize your answer. Once if you visualize the answer, if you plan that answer how to write in your own way, then what happens? You can save the time during examination. Sitting there and thinking, now what to start? Then you will start one sentence, no, it is not correct. Then again you will cut. You don't know where to draw the diagram. Directly, some people will draw the diagram without writing even opening statement. So all these things will happen. See, all these things, trial and error methods, you can do it sitting at your home or in the school prior. So, I want you to direct your own customized way of answering. Okay? It helps you. It helped me also, actually. Next one. I want to talk about sixth slide now. I want to talk about exam time management. Exam time management, you people will have 3 hour 20 minutes. 3 hour 20 minutes you have. In that, minutes for reading the question paper. In that 20 minutes, what you will do? Entire 20 minutes, will you read the question paper? Hardly it takes 10 minutes for you to read the question paper. Then next, after completing that, what you will do? First, you will tick or you will circle the questions which you need to attempt. Choose wisely, especially the toppers. If you know the two questions, means internal choice they will give, right? If you know the two questions, which one to attempt, in which question you may score more marks, that decision you have to take it in that 5 minutes time. While writing, your thought process or what do you say, your decision making capabilities will go off. So before that only, you have to tick or circle, better circle the questions which you need to attempt in that 5 minutes. Next, again you will have 5 more minutes. Instead of looking here and there and talking with your friends, what you will do? You underline the key points and plan how to write. What do you plan? Which section you can start first? After that, which section you will take up? After that, which? So you plan that. Anyway, you will plan before. Again, sometimes on grounds, the things may change. Again, you plan based on your comfortability. Try to attempt uh, all the questions in that session at once. Means some children nowadays I am seeing that they are writing 2 mark question, again 5 mark question, again from section C 3 mark question. It doesn't give a good impression to evaluator. So what you will do in that 20 minutes which was allotted for reading your question paper, I am revising. Okay. So first 10 minutes you will read the question paper. Next 5 minutes you will tick the questions which you or circle the questions which you need to attempt. And next 5 minutes you will underline the key points and you will plan which section you need to start. Then coming to the question paper while solving. First 30 minutes you can allot for MCQs. Sometimes it may take less than that, 20 minutes. Within 20 minutes also you can do. So you can adjust that time to other sections where you need. But you should have a proper, idea. Means how much time you can allot for each session. Then you will be stress free. This is all to reduce your stress. Then very short answers 30 minutes, short answers 35 minutes, long answers 45 minutes, and case based questions 30 minutes. So please confine to it. Then next one, how to draw the diagrams. First one, avoid spending too much of diagram. See, no one is expecting artistic diagram from you. A simple diagram, a clear diagram will works. Will works. Then don't forget to write title above or below the diagram. Then label towards, you always label towards right side and draw where they add value. Means in between the questions also, you can draw where they add value and if they asked also. We are running short of time. Let me complete it fastly. Coming to CBQs. First of all, read the case thoroughly and identify the key information while reading itself. You people please underline it and identify the core questions and link to the concepts which we discussed in the class, so that you will get familiarized with that and you can answer very quickly. Next one. Nowadays, you people are saying that, coming and saying to me personally that, ma'am, I want to read, but I'm not able to focus. How to focus and how to remember the concepts? First of all, mindfulness and relaxation. What is this mindfulness and the relaxation is all about? See, mindfulness, if you see this, if you practice this meditation and all, what happens means amygdala, in 8th class, you have studied that stress center in your brain. What it will do means it will reduce that means activity in amygdala, and what happens? It enhances the prefrontal cortex so that you can focus better and you can memorize also. So simply don't take it, simply that they are asking to do meditation and all. There is a science behind it. And connecting the new information to the existing knowledge. So here also, if you connect the semantic networks in your brain also organize, and it creates a stronger and stronger neural networks here. And coming to the chunking, see, your RAM cannot hold a big content at a time. So you can cut, or you can make your target into 4 pieces, so that it helps or reduce your cognitive load and helps in prefrontal cortex. Coming to the active recall, always we say that it strengthens your connections and it enhances your long-term memory retention. Then next one, visualization. Again, you know that visual cortex process means more effectively when compared to passive learning and all. Why? Because visual memory creates an instinct thing in your brain, which strengthens your multisensory encoding. Next one, so what you will do, you can create a mental means images, you can create mind maps, in the sense flow charts, diagrams. So all the concepts which you are not able to what do you say remember, you can put it in the form of flow chart and diagrams to represent the concepts. And the next one, teaching what you learn. Always, what happens means when you explain the concept, what happens, it reinforces that pathways and it improves your understanding. So better you teach someone else what you learn, or else you teach yourself what you learn. It helps to increase your understanding. Then next one, practice with real world applications. Yeah, here what happens means, if you apply it to the real world, then again your brain will give this reward system. Aha, I learned this topic, then I'm able to apply it also. So obviously the happiness comes to your mind. That reward system means, you know, that dopaminic energetic pathways, dopamine will be released and it is activated when you apply your knowledge, and it improves your motivation also. So you can practice with real world applications. Then next one, make your own short notes and write the running notes, whatever. This we already discussed. And writing while reading. This I want to stress here. Yes, to be focused while you are revising also, please keep one rough notebook or the notebook, something else, and keep on writing. It need not to be a neat, in a neat handwriting. Still, you please keep on writing. Why? Because already you have one distraction, kind of distraction, that you are writing with your finger or with your hands. So again, your brain will not get here and there, and you will not get distracted. And at the same time, your reading capability and your read fastness also increases. And at the same time, if you are writing, what happens? We already discussed that. If you are writing, the retention capability also increases. You will understand better. So, in order to getting in order to avoid these distractions and all, create your own distraction. Keep on writing. You think it as a distraction, that you will not get distracted from that habit. Okay. Then next one, last but not last one, common mistakes. Nowadays, we are seeing this short forms and WhatsApp language in your answers. Please avoid that. And how to avoid this slow writing? But following that exam time which we have allotted and which we have shared now, and cutting the answers and writing. If you plan well, now last pre-board 2 also I saw that. I think 10% students, they wrote the answers, they cut, and again they wrote. So there they are losing marks. Please don't do that. Give conclusion statement, mention the units. One more main thing is that please write proper question number. Still, some children are giving their own question numbers, their own means serial numbers. Please avoid that. Differentiation questions, when you are writing, please leave a gap between the points, or else it is looking clumsy. It is not looking good. So please leave the gap between those points. Last but not least, precautions. I want to talk about this. In pre-board, one student didn't score well, but I asked, generally you will score well, why you didn't? I ate outside food, ma'am. That's why I got food poisoning. I'm not able to focus much, and my health is not good. If it happens in the case of boards, what will happen, children? So please take it serious. At least these 2 to 3 months, avoid eating junk food, deep fried food. go with the sattvic food, which helps you. Actually, your cognitive skills also increases, your memory power, everything gets improved. Please go with home cooked sattvic food. Don't go with junk food. Please take care. Then need of physical exercise. Then one more thing you people will do is, you say that we are working hard, we are reading hard, and you will not go to kitchen even to take a glass of water. And parents are also means a very generous and kindness. So what we will do, we will, you sit there, we will give the water or whatever you want to eat. No, dear. You have to get up, you have to move, you have to take break, water the plants, something you do household chores when you feel tired and when you are not actually about in a position to focus. So it acts as a stress buster when you do your own chores or household chores. Please. And please do stretching exercise as it is a winter, right? So you need that physical exercise also, movement, stretchings. Please do your own things. Don't sit at one place. Next one, adequate sleep. Our toppers mostly they will have the habit of doing this night outs and all. If you plan properly, you can manage your time, and please sleep properly. Here you can see that if your physical body functions properly, then automatically your cognitive functioning also improves. Then only you motor system, how it means help you, you should write with your own limbs, right? So your motor systems, your motor nerves, limbs, everything works properly, and your brain sensory systems works properly if you do take all these precautions. So please children, please take care of all these things. Then the next one, I would like to say this: mindset has more power than anything else in the world. Why? Because now I can see nowadays that some children are coming and saying that, "Ma'am, I want to study. I'm trying hard to study, but see, I'm not able to score good marks. I'm not able to write well. Really, ma'am, I'm studying, ma'am." I do agree they are doing hard work. They are working hard. You must have the positive mindset. You can do. You can do. Together we can do. You are not less than anyone. If you have that positive attitude or positive mindset, then Almighty and all the means powers in the world also will come to help you, and definitely you people can do that. Don't get distressed. Don't feel low. Okay. Last but not least, I will end that with my favorite quotation: a sincere, serious, systematic student surely secure supreme success. You should be sincere enough, you must be systematic, then you must be serious while you are preparing. Then definitely no one can stop you to secure supreme success. Wishing you all the best, my dear students and my dear children. Thank you.
Thank you, Kranti ma'am, for that engaging and insightful session. I'm sure all of us have learned a lot today. Now, once again, I invite sir to explain the chemistry part.
Okay, thank you, Shraddha. Shraddha, in middle of the time, I'll wrap the content from the slide. So wait for 1 minute, okay? So after finishing the things, I will say you, okay, my part is done, okay? Then you can proceed, okay?
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, students, coming back to just now I explained about the physics chapters, right? So next I'll go for the chemistry chapter from the previous 10 years. What are the chapters covered mostly? Okay. So you can see the previous 10 years paper analysis from the CBSE board. You can see the carbonates compound, it carries so many questions, total questions 150 questions. Okay. So the most important chapter from chemistry, you find carbon and its compounds. Okay. So please make a note of it. You can take screenshot also. This okay analysis I have done, which is very useful for you. Which chapter and which has a high weightage. Okay, it will be very useful to you. Okay, so this is my first preference. So first preference is carbon and its compound. So it carries 115 questions since from 10 years it is there. Okay, so and 27 questions, the 27 in 10 years, 27 questions came from 5 marks. Okay, 41 questions of 3 marks we got it. Okay, and the next 2 marks 12, and 1 mark is 28, and assertion and reason 4 questions, MCQ 3 questions. So this is very important chapter, and the weightage of chapter starting of the slide I displayed. Okay, so it carries nearly equal to 10 marks from this chapter. So nearly 10 marks. Sometimes the range will change. Okay, so this is very important chapter. In physics, light chapter, how much importance it is. So in chemistry part, carbon's compound is very important chapter. So next preference, it goes for to acid, bases, and salt. From 10 years, 76 questions we got. In that 9 questions for 5 marks, 24 questions of 3 marks, and 15 questions of 2 marks, and 1 question of 1 mark, and assertion and reason is 1 question, and 26 MCQs you're getting from acid, base, and salt. So you should be very careful with the acid, bases, and salt chapter in MCQs. So you are finding, you can see the analysis, 26 questions from 10 years, you're getting most questions in acid, bases, and salt. Okay. So next chapter, chemical reactions and equations. Okay. And one time we got 5 marks question from chemical reaction and equations, and 3 marks 24 times, and 24 questions of 3 marks since from 10 years, and 7 questions of 2 marks, and 3 questions of 1 mark, and assertion and reason 5 questions. So you should be very careful if you want to get good marks in assertion and reason. Just go with the chemical reactions and equations. Okay, and 19 questions of MCQs from chemical reactions and equations. So this is also very important chapter for MCQs. Okay, so here and there it will change. If MCQs, sometimes chapter, the more chapters, more MCQs you're getting from acid and base, sometimes you get from chemical reactions and equations also. So this is the paper analysis of previous 10 years. So which chapter we have to learn first, which is the least priority, everything we can analyze by this only. Okay, so this is the CBSE board exam papers, how they are giving questions based on the chapter wise. Okay, so you can make a screenshot of this. Okay, so I give first preference for carbons compound, second preference for acid, base, and salt, and the third preference for metals and non-metals, and the fourth preference for I give for chemical reactions and equations. See, metals and non-metals, since from 2023 and 24 paper, we got some of the long answers also from this. So that's why I'm giving the third preference for this one, because 2023 24 you're getting a long answer from this. Okay, so be careful. Metals and non-metals is very important. Don't neglect it. So don't ignore it. It's very important for long answer and 3 marks. And this 4 marks answer nothing but case-based questions. So case-based questions you get in chemistry are getting from acid, base, and salt mostly, and metals and non-metals. So you will find, and there is a chance of getting in this chapter also. So please don't ignore the chemical reactions and equations in case of case-based questions. Okay, so this is about the chemistry pattern, and don't worry, whatever the doubts, your like paper presentation, everything I will discuss in next slides. Okay, so wait for end of my session so that all the doubts will be clarified, but you have to listen to me. Yeah, preparation tips. I think you are able to see the slide. So preparation tips, first, as ma'am said, by ma'am said that high weighted chapter and everything, and she had given a beautiful suggestion also to take care of your health. So all these things I won't repeat it, but preparation tips, please, high weighted chapters you have to prepare first, okay? And comprehensive understanding questions you have to go through it, and practice diverse question also. You can go like practice diverse question types are MCQ, short answer, long answer, case based question. So this will build your confidence and proficiency, okay? So please keep these things in my mind, and high weighted chapters you have to keep in mind, okay? So focus on the chapters like metals and non-metals is also given there. Please focus on it, okay? Next slide, if I go, general guidelines like how we have to represent in the presentation of the answer script. Use good handwriting, maintain a clean layout. Okay, see the margins as every teacher says that. So I don't want to waste the time in this. So because your teachers are back of you, okay, to present in presentation how you should make. So that is maintain a clean layout. Drawing margins, keep a straight margin on both sides. Use a ruler for a neatness. Use black or blue pen. Don't use other color pens. Okay, and keep the headings, okay, with some color, and side headings with some other color. So you see the adjustment. So if the side heading is in the answer, do with one pen. If answer is written in okay, writing content, that you use another pen. Okay, if any keywords is there, you can underline the keywords with pencil. Okay, right. Next, answers to theory questions. So most of people have a doubt that, sir, we write paragraph or not. Okay, so for theory questions, write in points now. Okay, so present answer in bullet points or number list, your wish. Okay, rather than writing in long paragraphs. Okay, so that is one tip I can say to present in the answer script. Instead of writing a long paragraph, you can make it as a point wise. Next, highlight the key terms. Just now I said highlight the key terms, underline important like physics terminology words, something if it is there, or scientific terms are there, or chemistry terminologies are there, please underline that. Okay, so definitions, okay, if anything is there, please underline with pencil or pen you can do. If you do with pen, if you're writing the content with the blue pen, so underline thing should be with black pen, so change the pen, so that it will be highlighted, so the evaluator will check the content, the keywords. Okay, so based on that, you will score the good marks, and the impression also will be better. Next, follow the marking scheme. See, there are some particular instruction given in the question paper. If it is short answer, how many words are there? If it is 3 marks answer, okay, or very short answer like 2 marks answer or 5 marks answer. Okay, 5 marks answer you should explain briefly. Detailed explanation should be there. 2 marks, 3 marks also you should be there, but some particular like 50 words, 60 words in short answers. Okay, so if you read the instruction, general instruction in the question paper, you'll get idea. So when you're reading the question paper starting, please read the general instruction. It will be very, very useful to you. Okay, right. If I go for next slide, diagrams. So as Vaimam said, the diagrams, especially you should maintain neatness. Okay, use a sharp pencil for diagrams. Okay, so see to that the pencil is sharp or not, check it once. Okay, and label all parts clearly. Okay, so label all parts clearly. You write one side, either you write one or left side or right side, make it on one side. Okay, and write labels in lowercase. Okay, unless it is a proper noun. Okay, so you know proper noun like giving, okay, a particular name of the diagram. If human eye is there, so you write human eye. Okay, diagram after you write down human eye. So when you mention human eye, write H with capital letter. Okay, so specifically you have to mention the proper nouns with a capital letter. Okay, if it is not a proper noun, you can write a lowercase. It's not a big issue. Okay, you can write. Next, centering. Okay, you have to draw the diagram on the center of the page, that is middle of the page. Okay, so that, and heading. So see, if diagram is there, so diagram down you have to write compulsory what is the diagram. If for example, if you're drawing the structure of human eye, so down you have to mention the structure of human eye, so that the evaluator will think that, okay, so you're good in drawing the diagrams, and like you get impression from him. Okay, so use a scale. So when you're drawing the ray diagrams, especially use a scale. Okay, so without using scale, the line, okay, will be not good. So use a ruler. So it'll be very, very useful for you, and the diagram looks very, very neat. Okay, right, and especially circuit diagrams also, which will be very, very useful if you use a ruler. Okay, scale is very, very important to draw the ray diagrams and circuit diagrams. Okay, next, so this is a very important thing. Most of the people face the problem in numericals. Okay, in my experience, everyone talk about the numericals as the toughest part in the physics, okay, or chemistry. So you have to understand some of the board rules that numerical problems, you have to understand the question, and based on the given data in the question, if you write, you'll get some marks. So given data, if you mention in the answer script, you can score minimum marks in the numerical problem. Just observe what is given and just write, okay, given data, you will get some marks. So marking scheme is there, for that marks is also there, given data. So when you mention given data, please mention symbol and its units also, very, very important. And if it is a light chapter, please mention sign convention. Because of sign convention, total problem will, okay, get wrong. Okay, so be careful. In light chapter, you have to mention sign convention. So given data is very, very important. So you get marks for that. And when you write formula in numericals, please write the formula and keep mention it in the box. Okay, so that it will give you a clear idea that you know the concept to the evaluator. So be careful. So formula you have to write in box. So first write the formula, then draw the box with pencil. Okay, it will give you a good impression. Next, after writing the formula, you should solve, okay, that problem step by step, and each step you write clearly, and the calculation should be clear, so that you get the right answer. Okay, and you keep the final answer. Okay, writing the final answer, okay, fine, but along with units, it will give you a full marks. Okay, sometimes you get a chance of losing the marks because of units also, so be careful. So use the units also. So there may be chance of getting less marks if you won't write units also. Okay, next, graphs and tables. Okay, I think you won't find any graphs in this class 10 on based on physics, but Ohm's law, there is a graph is there, maybe chance of asking the Ohm's law based on the graph also. So be careful, if any graph thing comes, please follow this. Okay, so draw axis with a ruler and label them, plot points accurately and join them with a straight line or curve. Okay, if tables, for example, tables use clear headings for rows and columns and ensure the table is well aligned. And this table is also useful when they ask about the questions like difference or distinguish between convex and concave mirror. So you can keep the table tabular form. Okay, so in tabular form, you can maintain the rows and columns. Okay, which will, along with the heading, which will give a good impression. Okay, so graphs and tables are also very important. Next, if any like activity or experiment questions they ask, so this is the important thing we have to observe. Whenever you write an experiment question or activity question or okay, lab based questions. Okay, so first thing is that you have to write the aim. Okay, so you have to write the aim. So aim, then afterwards materials required or apparatus. Okay, materials required, you can write what are the materials are used in the experiment. After the materials required, here I have not mentioned here, but after the materials required, you can go for diagram if the experiment have diagram. So you can, after materials required, you can go for diagram. Okay, after diagram, you can go for procedure, and the procedure also, instead of writing in paragraph, write step by step. Okay, you can write in point wise. Okay, so it will be, look very good. And after writing procedure, you can go for the observation. Okay, so by that experiment, whatever you find, please write observations. Okay, so this observation plays an important role in this. And after observation, if any precautions are there, I didn't mention here, but mentioning it side. So precautions, if any precautions are there, So precautions also very, very important. Either state board or CBSE board, sometimes they ask about the precautions of the so and so experiment also. Okay. So precautions also very, very important. Check your NCERT textbook, or you can check the state, okay, textbook, so that you will get some precautions from some of the experiment. Okay. So in 2023, they asked about one of the experiment precautions, least to any precautions they asked. So be careful. Precautions also very, very important. Okay. So aim, materials required, diagram, procedure, observation, and then after precaution, then last result you have to conclude. Okay. So conclusion should be very clear. So what is the main aim of the experiment? That can be the result of the experiment. Okay. I hope this is clear for all the people. If you want to take screenshot, you can take screenshot instead of writing in the notebook now. Afterwards, you can write in the notebook. Okay. So I'm going for next slide. So this is the additional tips. You can read the side heading so that you get understand by reading side heading only. Additional tip, leave space. After every answer, leave a line. Okay, so leave a line after each and every answer for clarity. And organize answer number. Okay, see that number you have written properly or not. Okay, so write the question number clearly before each answer. Circle or box the question number. If you can circle or box it, the question number. If you write wrong question number and answer is different one, so you will lose the mark. So be careful with the question mark and circle the question number with number, so that there will be no confusion for the evaluator. Okay, so be careful, organize answer number. And one more thing, observe that so sir, can we write questions in a different way, like writing 21 question here and the next afterwards 34th question? So my suggestion is that whenever you write any questions now, first try to write any section continuously. Okay. If you mention the section A, section, for example, section C, you're writing 26 question, then try to answer 27 question, 28 question, so 29 question. You maintain the section in the order so that the evaluator will concentrate on this, and you can score a good marks based on this criteria. Okay. So whenever you start any section, in which section you're perfect, that section you start first. Okay. But that section should be in the order so that it will be easy for the evaluator to analyze your answer script. Okay. Next, time management. As Bhai ma'am said about the time management, so whatever she said is absolutely right. So you can follow her. So in dividing each section, okay, sometimes MCQ takes less time based on the some papers will be easier, tougher. Some MCQs will be easier. So it takes sometime less time, like 15 minutes. So you can use that other time for the other sections. Okay. Now recheck your work. Okay. After completing the answer script, please recheck. Okay. Next, I'll finish it off fast. These are the chapter wise. What are the topics to be covered is mentioned here. Okay. So I don't
Sir?
want. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt you. I think I can understand that science being a dense concept because it
Yes,
is
ma'am.
divided in 3 parts. It's taking more time.
Yes, ma'am.
So I think there's a request from participant side that we would have a separate session only for physics and chemistry so that in depth they can understand. That is a request we are getting, sir. So I would request you to wind it up for today and
Okay.
we'll plan next Saturday, sir, once again.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Right.
Thank you so much, participants, our dear audiences, our students, our parents, and teachers from other branches of Rockwoods for joining us today. Have a happy weekend.